Hi, guys. Welcome to session 5. Today, you are going to truly define the issue or problem that you want to tackle. And then we're going to come up with all sorts of different ideas of different products, services, and initiatives that we could create within your chosen topic. To be clear, that doesn't mean that today, whenever you leave, your final product has to be complete in your mind. We're going to work through that the next 2 sessions. For today, we're just going to clearly define the issue and then come up with some different ways that we can solve it. What that means is that we are moving past just the ocean as a topic, or just the environment, or just children as a topic. What would be more appropriate here is to have plastic in the ocean as a topic. Or if plastic in the ocean was bothering you, we could also come up with different ways to solve the plastic problem in Plainfield. And that could be like an initiative to ban plastic bags right here in Plainfield. Could be for oil drilling in the ocean. And we would want to make sure that we're specific when it comes to like what issue that is and what part of the ocean. We're really wanting to narrow this down. Or yours could even be over exploitation of fishing resources in the ocean. So remember, we have the ocean, but there's so many different ways that we could do this. And we can affect the ocean right here in Plainfield with plastic use and things like that. If you need help furthering narrowing your topic, you check in with your teacher, you check in with me, get some guidance, okay? So I'm telling you, a lot of us are in different stages here. I know some of you, whenever it was our very first session, you're like, I know what I'm doing, let's do this. Others of you, you kind of have it narrowed down. I'm kind of interested in these 3 things. I'm not really sure what I could do with them. I just need to adjust it a little bit more. And then some other of you are like, yeah, I'm taking on the challenge because I wasn't sure what to do. And so I'm going to do one of those ready-made challenges. And I know this might seem a little bit scary. It might seem a little bit overwhelming because, I'm asking you to make the world a better place. I want to remind you, it shouldn't seem so overwhelming because I am not asking you to solve world hunger. I'm not asking you to end child abuse. Although I believe as you age and you mature, all of these are things that I would love you to do. And honestly, this is a world that I truly dream of living in. So what I am asking you to do though is to step outside yourself and just make our world a little bit better. You know, the group of the Maori singers that we saw, they are providing a product while also completing an initiative. The teens are also making the world a better place by promoting their specific culture. See, there's not one right way to do this. There's not just one path that you can take. One thing I want to challenge you is don't keep your idea secret. Tell anyone and everyone. I'm a big verbal processor. I want to talk about it. And when you talk about it, all it can do is help you better understand your idea by speaking it out loud. And you might even help to inspire others. And they might come up with ideas that you hadn't even thought of. This is a safe place to take a risk on something you're truly interested in. I want you to go for it. Your due date for this is going to be March 25th. And what that means is we're on session 11. We're on session 5 right now. Session 11 is when they're due. So that gives us 6, not counting today, that gives us 6 more weeks together. So when you walk in the door on session 11, March 5th, this is when they're due. There will be a rubric available. I'm going to have that available on session 6. I'm not worried about it right now. We are taking one step at a time, but I do want you to know that if you are feeling once you get started that like, I just need something to check, I'm going to have those for you, but we're just, crossing one bridge at a time. And that rubric is just going to be to help you better. Like, okay, I have this, check. I have this. Okay, we're doing good here. Do you feel like this challenge has been unpacked enough? I know we defined it last week of like we unpacked it and we said, to empower means to convince or to make people aware. If you have specific questions, I'm here. Your teacher is here. You really need to ask those questions. On the document from last week, you are going to pull that up today. And you're going to come up with some end results. Make these ideas big. Don't judge each other. Keep judgment out of this. You're going to be asked to do this alone first and come up with every idea that you can think of. A lot of times there is truth in big ideas and they don't have to relate to one another. That's one big thing, that the only way that they might relate is what your actual they need to relate to your actual issue, right? But they don't have to be the same thing. Like it could be a podcast, could be a newspaper, it could be a web quest or website. There's all sorts of different things. And take these big ideas, even if they don't seem possible. You might be like, well, that I can't really do that in 7th grade, but you might be able to take that idea and downsize it and really make that happen. And then you're going to continue once you've added like all the ideas you can think of, you're going to go back to your research and like, what do I need to know to make one of these happen? You don't have to know exactly which one you're going to do, but which one is one that you might want to do. So I've said this, don't be afraid to take a risk. I really, really, really believe in you. And I wouldn't ask you to do this if I didn't believe, if I thought this was too big for you.